in Washington.
Here now, former acting Attorney General Matt Whitaker. Matt, good to see you. So what does this mean, this development, for the investigation into Joe Biden potentially making money as the vice president through his son, Hunter?
Yeah, it's good to be with you and Dag and Sean. I think this is a big development, but to the point of that, the reporter, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Now that the House Oversight Committee has subpoena powers and they can request all of the bank records and not just some of the publicly available things or things that are coming off the laptop, this investigation could open up in a wide manner, and not just this energy deal that Mr. Biden was doing, but other transactions of where the money was going. We've already learned, this new transfer to Haley, and so I can imagine that there are other transfers to other people, including possibly President Joe Biden.
What are next steps? Given the job that you've had in the past, Matt, what are next steps for Chairman Comer?
Yeah, well, Chairman Comer, I think, is tasked with getting to the truth and explaining to the American people, what happened, who did it, and ultimately it's up to the Department of Justice and the Delaware U.S. Attorney, who's already been investigating all these issues, to decide if laws have been violated. But I think obviously sunlight is very important because Congress has an important oversight, especially into the Biden family as Joe Biden is president. But I think they also have an important rulemaking role, that if these types of transactions where leaders in our country are under the corrupt influence of the Chinese Communist Party, I think we not only do we need to know that, but we should prevent that so that our country isn't compromised.
Matt, obviously the Congress has a role for oversight, but it's a legislative body. It's not easy to investigate, Joe Biden in what deals he made with his son Hunter. This is really a role for the Department of Justice. Do you think at one point the DOJ is actually going to get involved and investigate so we can go, yeah, Joe Biden's compromised, he made money, or listen, no, he didn't. We looked at him, he made no money. Hunter made the cash, but Joe didn't make anything. It'd be helpful if they actually engaged in this case.
It would be. I don't think we'll ever, Sean, to your point, though, get the resolution. I don't think the Department of Justice is ever going to come out and give us a conclusion as to what and why Joe Biden is cleared. But, that's why a special counsel in this case, and I've been calling for it ever since the laptop was discovered and turned over, that a special counsel could issue that report as required by DOJ regulations to issue a report, and I think that would be an important piece. But that's why Merrick Garland has resisted that.
Mm-hmm. And to that point, so this tax investigation of Hunter Biden is said it's being run out of Delaware, and the U.S. Attorney there, David Weiss, but it's also being coordinated with the Tax Division of Justice, which is in Washington, which allows, again, Merrick Garland and to be influenced by the White House.
No, that's a great point, Dagan. And I think the last time Merrick Garland was in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee, he essentially said that there are still ways to control the investigation. I mean, he didn't say it that way, but there are checks that the Department of Justice in Washington has to make, especially as it relates to public integrity, to tax cases, and the like. And so, yeah, there's no doubt that Merrick Garland, one of the main reasons he has not appointed a special counsel is so that the Department of Justice in Washington could maintain that control over the investigation and the U.S. Attorney in this case.
It's too bad. Justice should be blind. Matt Whitaker, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you both. Good to see you.